historic site that we're hitting here?
Well, I could not find a historical name on it. We're right in the gold and copper area of Nevada. Lots of gold and copper came out of this area.
Okay.
And I believe that the farther, I guess it's north up here that we are, there's more gold, and as we head a little bit further south, there's more copper.
There's pretty healthy workings up here. Look at the size of that.
Yeah, look at the iron in them.
Yeah. Gold rides an iron horse,
And
right?
these roads are incredible. Like, literally, I think you could get your Civic up here so far.
Yeah, I think you're right. Which is funny because there's nobody out here. We haven't seen people. I haven't seen anyone all day, I don't think.
Nobody. Not for the last, like, 3 hours anyways.
Yeah, not even that.
Yeah, that's a lot of,
God damn. That's awesome. That is a mine. Push it out. That's full
supposedly there's a water
infrastructure.
tank,
I mean, we are in the back hills of the hills have eyes of Nevada out here, but that is pretty epic. If you were a miner out here, is that, you know, you were limited by your imagination, basically. Your imagination and your aptitude. You know, if you could get your materials out here to build, then you could go build. You didn't need to, you know, call Jim at the BLM and call Nancy at the EPA and get a permit signed 3 ways and give somebody a whole bunch of money. You could actually just do your thing out here.
This road, it looks like it does continue up over there.
It does. And it looks like it continues up over there.
So what's
And look at that. That's a big structure. That might have been a... Wow, those mines are big. Nice job, Bear.
Thanks. Huge job.
So we are out here today doing some really off the beaten path surveys here. You think, oh, everything's been hit. Well, not the places the gold rush goes, and that's where we're at. This place appears to be probably 1990s the last time anybody was here doing anything. The building we're in here is a probably 1970s, 1980s, kind of like a modular type home, probably something that you got out of a kit from a Sears catalog, but there is some cool stuff in here. I mean, there's some old beds and frames. Like, you usually see this stuff and it's all torn up by critters and animals, and it really hasn't gotten to that point yet. It hasn't been destroyed, it hasn't been damaged. Keep that in mind when you go out and you look at places. If you leave it in the same condition or better, then somebody else has something to come out and look at, and you don't just destroy history. Let's go take a look at some more of this site out here. You know, come here, look at this. It's kind of rad. Something is going to come up and bite you in the ass here. Right? See that hole going right into it? Looks like some critter's just made himself a home there.
Yep.
That's where he goes in and out.
Yep.
This is awesome because all of this sediment, like, you really wouldn't think, but then you get here and look at this old door that used to be an access into the mill here, and I mean, it's 2.5 feet up it. That's freaking rad. Glass is in case there. Yeah, this mill is bitching. It looks like that we've got credit cards that were a tough row to hoe in Sunday, April 28th, 1974. Just a mill, some guys out here doing their own thing, probably 1 or 2 guys at some point. Kind of an example of what happens when the BLM stays out of your way and you're able to work and do stuff. You get genuine freaking Americana and people doing work, which is what happened.
Apron? That's like a worker's apron?
Totally. Lots of little pockets for stuff.
For your tools?
There's Steve's shirt. I found Steve's pants over here. So, yeah. Looks like Steve had a little blowout. Decided he didn't want his pants anymore. So it looks like they're dumping in, doing some processing. It's coming down, coming through this gold screen. Looks like they're separating out all the big rocks right there. And then went into a finer processing below us and onto that conveyor that we saw. If you notice in wandering around here, so you don't bust your leg or something else, I'm not going to walk on the middle of any of these. I'm going to walk on beams, and I'm going to keep 3 points of contact with something, just in case. Just trying to get lots of pictures of everything because this stuff vanishes so quickly. There's a grizzly that was the rock separator before it went down to that screen. And that's what a bunch of these rocks up here are, just ones that were getting stuck in the grizzly, so they just pull them out, toss them. Very, very cool.